Not me admiring my makeup look, using all the new makeup for the month. Hey you, what up? Welcome to my channel. I'm Maryam. In this video, we are going to find out what's new in makeup for the month of February. I have a lot of new products, some drugstore, some high-end, some in between, mastige, prestige, everything and all of it will be slapped to my face to create this look. Some of these products I have already tried a couple of times before, so I have a little bit more of an informed impression rather than a first impression. So an opinion, if you will, on some of these new products. So if you are interested in that, then keep on watching. Let's get into it. Subscribe if you aren't already. Notification bell. And now let's hit it. What's new in makeup for February 2024? Let's go. I'm excited. We have this new water powder serum from DANESSA MYRICKS from the Yummy Skin line. A lot of people have been talking about this because this is supposed to be different. It is supposed to mattify and also prime your face. So I'm gonna use it. Actually, I've already used it before and I already know that it's good, so I'm excited for this one. Oh, you're not supposed to shake this. Forgot to mention, you are not supposed to shake this. And basically on the bottom of this thing, there's like a little button that allows you to drop just a drop of this product and then apply it to your T-zone. So for me, I started out very sparingly with just one drop on one side of the face, also covering the nose and just patting it out. This one drop will control your oils or your shine all day long. And I know this because, like I said, I've tested it already. It definitely works, though I obviously have not tested it with very many foundations because this product is very new and I've only worn it twice. This does actually take a couple of seconds to sink into your skin, so you need to have some patience. And the way that you can tell that it's ready and set is when it stops being sticky. At first, it definitely has a little bit of that tackiness, but it's not supposed to. Once it's dry, it looks totally matte. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for my forehead. Just one drop. Or maybe I should do a little bit more than a drop because obviously this forehead is not one drop's worth, let's face it. And then once you've done that, you also have to give it a minute to just set and to dry on your face in order to ensure that the next product won't pill. If you follow those instructions, this will absolutely work and you will love this, especially if you have oily skin, because this is actually meant just for oily skin. I would not recommend this for dry skin. You have no use for it. But if you have oily skin and if you need your makeup to last, I would recommend this. I'm actually going to be wearing this on Sunday because on Sunday I'm going to a movie premiere and just like this whole big activation with Warner Brothers, like a pre-party and after party for Dune 2. That's right. I'm pretty excited. Hope I get to meet Zendaya. Just saying. I'm definitely going to be using this because I will be wearing my makeup for like a full 10 to 12 hours that day. I'll let you know how it goes. Next up, we have a new foundation, a new skin tint from one of my favorite brands from the drugstore, CATRICE. I was about to say this is a new drop, but it actually is called a Nude Drop Tinted Serum Foundation. I have it here in two shades that I picked out. They look very, very light. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but basically this has hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. This one you are supposed to shake well, so let's do it. I'm not sure if I'm an N46. This just feels like it might be like my sister's shade, not mine. But I don't really care. I just want to test it out anyway. Also, my skin is going through a moment, especially on this side of the face. Unfortunately, this breakout is due to another foundation that I tested out, the new Makeup Forever HD Hydra Glow Foundation. I wanted to like that one. Unfortunately, it was just not for me. I have very oily skin and that product is meant for drier skin types. You could watch my YouTube Shorts review on that. I think I gave it a 5 out of 10. But then the following day, I actually broke out pretty bad. I was already starting to break out on the day that I tried it, and then this just erupted. And then I spoke to so many people in DMs and other beauty content creators who had the same experience after testing out that foundation. So now I'm just like, what is in that thing? Beware. This I'm hoping is nothing like that. You know what? I feel like this is gonna be fine. Ooh, it is very fragrant. Some people are not gonna like that. Oh, this is much more than a skin tint. It is very, very liquidy, but it has coverage. It's pigmented and it's covering a lot. It's kind of reminding me of my favorite CATRICE foundation, but just a much thinner, much more liquidy version of that one. The scent is also very similar. Forget the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. I will pop it up. Wow, the coverage is really, really decent. It doesn't seem to be amplifying my texture. Well, let's see on this side of the face. This is where my skin is really, really erupting, but wow, that coverage is impressive. Holy crap, how is this a skin tint? This is like a full coverage, but very lightweight foundation. Hold on a minute. And it glides on like that very viral Laura Mercier foundation. It just covers and becomes one with the skin. Huh, I'm impressed. The shade is definitely not bad. It looked a lot lighter. I feel like it oxidized to almost the color of my neck. Is it me? Because it did seem a lot lighter at first. So the shade that I'm using is 46N, so neutral undertone, which doesn't really have too much yellow or orange. I will say this is a pretty good neutral with maybe just a hint of olive. But wow, just a couple of drops really did a number on my skin. I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed. And this side of the face still needs to be concealed a little bit better, but I can definitely do that with concealer actually. I just like how this feels on the skin. Very lightweight, like I don't have much product on at all. So I'm gonna just leave it at this. In fact, I actually have a bunch of new concealers that I want to test out. I have the new L'Oreal True Match Concealer. I also have the Rimmel Multitasker Concealer. And I also have the new Hideaway Correcting Concealer from CALIRAY. This one's meant for the under eye though, because it has that peachy color correcting sort of shade. So I'll leave that for the under eye. Instead, I think I'm gonna use the True Match. Let's go for N5. Since I did the neutral foundation, let's do a neutral concealer. I don't know if N5 is my shade, but we'll make it work. Also, this concealer now has a different applicator. I'm gonna show you a close-up of what that looks like. They're calling it the iron because I guess it's shaped like an iron. All right, so now that I've applied that, I'm gonna use this Pat McGrath brush to blend out the product. I have always liked the True Match line. It was always my go-to when I was much younger, before I got into doing reviews and creating content. That was kind of always my go-to foundation. And concealer, I can tell you that the formula feels very familiar. I'm not sure what they changed or if they've changed anything at all, but this is how I remember that formula feeling, and it still feels the same. All right, let me get underneath my jaw and try to correct this. How do you do this? The True Match Concealer, I will say, is better for covering up spots because it is also a very thin liquidy formula, but very pigmented and very concentrated. So it won't add bulk to your problem area. It'll just add that little bit of pigment that is needed to color correct or cover up. It also dries pretty solid matte, so it looks very, very natural, especially if you get the right shade. This shade is pretty good for me, though I could probably use something slightly warmer. Good enough. All right, so now for the under eye. I did already try this and I already do like it. It is a very lightweight formula once again. I have 3 shades here. Shade Pale Sun, which is like a pale yellow that's meant for a fairer skin tone than mine. And then we have shade Golden Hour, which is a very, very light peachy pink. And then we have shade Warm Sun Glow, which is, I guess, a more pinky medium. I'm gonna show you what both of them look like on me. So this is Warm Sun Glow. This is Golden Hour. You don't need a lot of product, by the way. Just like 3 or 4 dots is enough. There's actually also a really cute brush that comes with it. Looks just like the Pat McGrath brush, but a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna use that. Super easy, super brightening, very, very lightweight. This kind of reminds me of the Fenty Bright Fix concealer. It is very, very, very light in texture. I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like I'm reaching for words, but light is just the best way to describe it. Okay, I actually think the Warm Sun Glow is a better concealer for my under eye because it actually does correct. Whereas this one, the Golden Hour, it brightens, but it doesn't correct as well because it doesn't have that medium peachy undertone. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that Warm Sun Glow to this eye also, just to the darkest part of the under eye, and then blend it out. Super, super, super easy to use. So nice. And also, I think this is the perfect pairing for the CALIRAY skin tint, which is a favorite of mine that I use all the time, practically every day, honestly. If I need to go somewhere and I just need to be ready in 2 minutes, that's what I use. And this is the perfect pairing. I really like this. And because it's so lightweight, probably doesn't even need to be set. I'm gonna set it anyway because, like I said, I'm oily skin and I need a little bit of powder to just lock it in. But I'm gonna do that in a sec. First, I wanna show you some more new products. From MILANI, we have some new bronzers. There's 4 shades altogether, but I think I only packed 2. But anyway, it is a cream bronzer. I've got shade Hey Honey here and also shade Mocha Moment. I believe this is either the lightest or the second lightest, and this is the deepest. So I'm gonna use the lightest. Also comes with a really nice brush. Well, the PR package came with a really nice brush. These are definitely not sold together, but the brush is nice and I already tried it. But it's my first time trying this, so let's see. Okay, this shade is great for me. This is the kind of cream bronzing that I really like. It looks like a natural tan, just a little bit olive, just a little bit sun-kissed, not too much. Definitely more of a bronzing shade than a contouring shade, but not too orange that you can't contour with it at all. Very pigmented, I will say. So what I applied onto my forehead, I could probably spread onto my temples and underneath my cheekbone too. Not bad whatsoever. And with this brush, it is really easy to move it around, to blend it out. All right, I'm gonna pick up just a little bit more and just place it to the back of my cheekbone. I love me some intuitive makeup products. Very nice. MILANI. Also from MILANI, we have the same formula, but in blush form. Also 4 shades, and this time I packed all of them. But I actually am not planning to use this in this video because I'm interested in something else for today. We have a lot of new blushes. Blush is the moment. Everyone's coming out with blushes. So the 2 that I'm the most interested in today are the NUDESTIX SPF 30 Nude Screen Blush Tints. 5 shades. This is also new. So I'm going to use this on one side of the face. And then for the other side of the face, we have a new shade from DANESSA MYRICKS Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flushed, the blush. This one is gorgeous. It is called It Girl. It's just like the prettiest pink. So I'm definitely going to try this out. I love me some DANESSA. And in order to make a match, I guess I should probably go for one of these. This one. I'm going to go for shade Sunset Rose. This is a tint, so I'm just gonna add a little bit straight from the tube. Whoa, this is brown, but it is a tint after all. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna use this Yensa Beauty blush brush. Let's see what happens. That's a very, very dainty shade. Looks nothing like the packaging. This is a much more wearable version of that. And also it is very, very sheer. I like it, but I would have probably liked it more on my bare skin just to see how well it would tint my bare skin. But you can still see it, so I kind of appreciate it. You know what? Now I kind of want to try another shade. So let me go in with Pink Sunrise and let's see if this is any more pigmented. Nope, still pretty muted. Still pretty muted. Okay, what happens if I blend this out with my fingers instead? A little bit better, but kind of hard to blend out. Okay. I can see why they're calling it the nude screen because these are shades of nude. They definitely do not match the vibrant color of the packaging. So I guess that's what threw me off. I was expecting more color, more pigment, more saturation, and quite frankly, that's just not there. Not to say that this is a bad product. My expectations were just a little bit different from it. Also, I feel like I might have got rid of some of my skin tints, so I need to add it back on it, but I'm gonna use the concealer instead. Let me try the DANESSA MYRICKS. So this formula is something I'm well familiar with already. So I'm just gonna go in. Such a cute color combo. This Half Magic Beauty blush brush and this pink blush. Oh, yes, this is what I wanted. I wanted color, I wanted pigment. I'm gonna plop it up to this side too. I just love this blush formula. It is genius. It is so pillowy. It's so easy to use. This color is outstanding. It is so fresh, so dewy, so youthful, so right. It just pops against a warm skin tone like mine. No words, only feelings. And the fact that it is blurring on skin texture is a plus. It's just so right. Ooh, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. I'm gonna bring it up high under my eye for that trendy trend. Yeah, for the trendy trend. I'm gonna bring it up onto my nose, but I'm not picking up any more product, just whatever is on the brush. So good, so good. Okay, all right, time to set. Dominique Cosmetics Rosita for the under eye. Just like the lightest set too, just to lock it in place. I'm gonna use my Bare Minerals Mineral Veil on the center of the face. Oh, I need to repurchase. And then for the rest of the face, I recently started using the HD Skin Matte Velvet Powder Foundation for Makeup Forever. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is in the shade 2Y20, which is my typical shade for Makeup Forever. But going back to that HD Skin Hydro Glow foundation, this shade is not this shade in that particular foundation. It is much more yellow, much more saturated. It's not the same. But this product I do love. This one does not break me out. And in fact, it is really great for smoothing, especially areas like this with lots of bumps. Right now I could use a little bit of smoothing. It's funny that a Makeup Forever product actually caused the bumps, or at least in my mind, I think it caused the bumps. And now I'm using another Makeup Forever product to smooth the bumps. Just goes to show you, you can have products that work for you or that absolutely do not work for you within the same brand. It's totally fine. And I don't know what it is about me lately. I've just never been more comfortable in my skin, whether I'm breaking out or not. I think I finally realized that acne flare-ups or breakouts do not take away from me whatsoever. I'm still that same person. I still like to think of myself as attractive. I still like to see myself as beautiful inside and out, you know? And the flare-ups is just a part of life. It's just something that happens, and I'm okay with it. And the moment I realized that is when they started going away much quicker. I swear. How nice is this product? Like, look how smooth the skin looks now. And I like to use a fluffy brush like this one from Wayne Goss just to kind of smooth down the texture and to lightly set everything. I just love the way it looks. Next up, brows. I have a new brow product that I've been loving, and I kind of have a new brow technique that I'm debating whether I should create a separate video on or not, but let me just show you. So my brows right now are already glued to my skin, to my forehead. I use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, as I always do. I like for the tail ends of my brows to be flush to my skin. I don't like them sticking out like little sticks, so this is why I use that other product. Typically, I use my NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen to draw individual brow hairs. Recently, I've discovered this very nice pencil from Jane Iredale, the Pure Brow Precision Pencil. I use shade Soft Black, and this is what I do. So basically, I kind of go over all the sparse areas on the baseline of my brow, and then I create the little brow strokes in the inner part, and then I extend the brow, the tail end, very gently and very lightly. I'm not pressing hard on this pencil because it is very, very soft and it is extremely, extremely pigmented. Now, this product has a spoolie on the other side, but if I use a spoolie, then I will definitely ruin my brow lamination. So I've been doing this new technique that I think is kind of genius. I've never really seen anyone do this before. I take a brush like this one. This is Sigma Flat Definer, and basically I kind of just mush this brush against my brow and I lift the pencil up. Because it is so soft and so pigmented, the brush is able to blend out the pencil without disrupting the brow gel or the brow lamination. So you don't see any harsh strokes. In fact, it blends it almost to an eyeshadow-like consistency, but it eliminates any of those harsh lines. And I think this looks so, so nice and so clean and so put together. Don't you think? Should I do a separate video? Maybe like a YouTube Shorts or a TikTok? I don't know, IG Reels? I feel like I should. I don't know. Maybe I'll just show you the whole process from beginning to end. Let me know down below, please and thank you. But yeah, this brow pencil is a new fave of mine just because it's not waxy. It has that powder-like finish. And Soft Black is generally the shade that I like to use for my brows because the brow hairs themselves are black, like my lashes. They don't have that warm brown undertone, so using a brown for my brow hairs looks very weird. It looks very, very strange. But if you do not blend out a black brow pencil, especially if you have lighter skin, it can look really, really scary. I feel like not a lot of people talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about it because brows are kind of my thing. They've always been my thing. And I don't know, as with any video, I always want you guys to take away more than just what's new in makeup. I want you to learn how to use these products, and I want you to be able to find something new for yourself, whether it's a tip, a product, a technique, something that can make your life easier, you know? So now we do have some new eyeshadows that I want to test out, but again, I'm thinking I might do a separate video on these. I'm talking about the new Huda Beauty Creamy Eyeshadow Palettes. There's two of them. This one in Grayish Creamy, so beautiful. And this one in Neutral Brown Creamy. Ugh, so gorgeous too. I really want to test these. I want to do two looks, like I typically do with Huda Beauty palettes, like one on one side, one on the other. So definitely let me know if I should do that in a separate video. I think I will. I think I've already decided that for myself, but just want to get your input first. Instead, I just want to show you this one eyeshadow that I have been loving lately that Too Faced just came out with. It is called the Disco Crush eyeshadow in the shade Heart Eyes. So they did a very small batch run for this particular product. I'm not sure if they are testing the formula just to see how people like it, but let me tell you, I have been loving it. This is the best Too Faced eyeshadow formula I have ever tried. It is extremely, extremely, extremely pigmented and silky and gorgeous, and it looks incredible on the eyes. It's that beautiful foil finish, but not gritty, just so incredibly silky and soft. You can apply this maximally like this, like I am, then blend it out, or you can apply this minimally like a glitter or like a soft sparkle. This is so pretty. I just know this is gonna be a hit. And if they come out with more shades, with more shifts, with more sparkles, it's gonna be a big thing for them. So, so easy to use, so gorgeous on the eyes. You need a close-up. Just look how it sparkles. And imagine this in dim lighting. What? Unreal. And you could also use this on your cheekbones if you want, on your temples for that little bit of a glitter pop. So it's supposed to be a multi-use type of product. I'm here for it. I think this is stunning. I've worn it once before, but it is still very much a new product for me. I forgot the liner that I wanted to show you from MILANI that I thought was so great, that now comes in brown and white. I never packed it in, but that's okay. We're just gonna skip liner altogether. Instead, I'm gonna show you this Jane Iredale Pure Lash Extender and Conditioner. That's really hard to say. But anyway, remember how I was testing out an Essence Lash Princess primer that I hated? Well, this one is the exact opposite. This one I tried on the trip to Vermont, which was with the brand, with Jane Iredale, and I loved it because this has the natural ability to curl your lashes without a lash curler. So this product is really unique, and so I had to share it with you guys. By the way, while I was in Vermont, I was also offered a discount code for my subscribers. It is MaryamNYC, and that gives you 20% off of Jane Iredale products from janeiredale.com. So if you want to splurge, feel free, but you're not obligated to. But to me, this is one of those products that is really, really unique that I didn't even know existed. Not only does it prime the lashes, it curls the lashes, and it makes your lashes better and healthier in the long run. It's kind of amazing. And the color itself is not so white that you have to work extra hard to cover it up with your mascara. In fact, it kind of quickly shifts to clear, so then the lashes are enhanced, and then there's no need to cover up any of that white. So right now I'm just using the Flower Beauty Dream Warrior mascara, which I already like, but I just wanted to show you how nice it looks with this lash conditioner and extender. Look how curved my lashes look. And I'm not one to add extra steps to my makeup routine. I like for my makeup routine to be fairly simple. I like to avoid steps, but this I think is an unavoidable step because it makes such a huge difference. Hello, close-up time. Kind of impressive. Just beefs up the lashes in the nicest way possible. I love it. And the final product for today's trial, actually no, not the final, the pre-final product for today's trial is this new NYX Duck Plump, not the other thing you were thinking. Duck Plump, referring to duck lips, of course. Lip plumper. I pride myself in being a lip plumper snob, and this one is not as extreme as the Polite Society lip plumper that I love, but what I like about it is that it offers some pigmented and also some sheer glosses that definitely do plump a little, but not as much, but they are very pretty, and so I'm kind of a fan. This shade in particular, Nude Swings, is my favorite one. I just like that it is so opaque. Almost like a liquid lipstick, but it plumps. And this color, I would wear even if it wasn't plumping. It's just such a flattering peachy nude type of shade. I love it. All right, and now the final product is from Flower Beauty, and it is their new Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. Maybe it's not new, but it's new for me. And this shade right here, the middle shade, is magic. You ready for it? I don't think you are. Wow. I have always said that Flower Beauty is one of the best drugstore brands out there. I still stand by that statement. Their products wow me every single time. I'm actually blending out that highlight because it is so blinding, yet so skin perfecting. It's just gorgeous. So good. And that is my look for today using all the new makeup. What do we think? I'll tell you what I think, and I'm gonna kind of go over everything. Although you probably can't tell how this Yummy Skin water powder serum actually wears, take my word for it. This is something that I've tried twice before this video, and it definitely works on my oily AF skin. It definitely keeps my makeup more matte than usual, especially in the T-zone, which is where I used it today, which is where I would recommend you use it if you have oily skin. So this is definitely a solid product that I'm gonna continue reaching for. And I will even go as far as saying this is a trusty product that is probably gonna become one of my go-tos, one of those things that I reach for all the time in my arsenal. Next up, we have the CATRICE Tinted Serum Foundation. This was surprisingly more pigmented than a tinted serum, but it is a foundation. In fact, it's packed with vitamin E and hyaluronic acid. This is something that my skin really likes. This is something that most skins tend to like. So I'm not surprised that it looks really good, even though the shade Neutral 46 kind of oxidized a little bit. At first it went on lighter than I expected, and then it oxidized to my actual skin tone. So just do bear that in mind. I really like the coverage. I think it's texture friendly, and I can tell because my texture right now is not amazing. But this is something that I would probably wear if I needed a little bit more coverage, but still feel like my skin is breathing, like it's not masked up, you know? I would definitely reach for this. Let's see how it wears, but so far for my first time trying it, this is really promising. And I'm not surprised because I really like CATRICE products. Another drugstore brand that is up there for me. I will say the new True Match Concealer is just like the old True Match Concealer that I remember from 15 years ago. It is just as good. It feels really nice on the skin. It covers up everything. It has that perfect amount of pigment to thinness, you know? So it works really well, especially if you want to cover up bumps, acne, even peeling skin. I think this would work on peeling skin as well. Dry patches. CALIRAY Hideaway Brightening and Hydrating Under Eye Serum Concealer is really nice. It is perfect for the under eye because it has that very special peachy undertone that helps to color correct the purpleness of the under eye. It wears very light. It doesn't need much powder on top of it to be set. It's just a really easy to use, easy to wear type of product that has quickly become a fave. This is probably my second or third time wearing it, and it wears really well, I can tell you that. I'm a fan. Oh, the MILANI Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in the shade Hey Honey is a nice one for me. I really like the undertone. It looks like a real tan. It has a little bit of an olive undertone, so it's very skin-like on my skin tone. I like it. Didn't get a chance to try the blushes just yet, but I will. But speaking of blushes, I don't know. Not to say that this is a bad product, but the shades that I tried were definitely not representative of the packaging. I was expecting this to be a lot more pigmented, a lot more vibrant, just more colorful, more packed with color rather. Instead, it was very nudie with just like a hint of pink. I don't know how the other shades are, but since this is a nude screen, since nude is literally in the name, I'm assuming that these are gonna be on the nudier side. So the packaging is deceiving. I am very impressed with this new shade from DANESSA MYRICKS Blurring Balm Powder Flushed. Shade It Girl is definitely the It Girl. I love this one. It looks so fresh on the face. You can apply it maximally or minimally. You can sheer it out. You can use it wherever, on your lips, on your face. I love it. Great formula. Mwah. I honestly can't complain. Jane Iredale Pure Brow Precision Pencil is something I recently discovered, and I love it for my brows because it is very pigmented, yet it has a powdery finish, so it's easy to blend out, and it's something that I've been using with my new brow technique. I really like it. I really like the shade. Very nice. Similarly, I really like the Pure Lash Lash Extender and Conditioner for the lashes. This is different from anything I've tried before. It conditions the lashes, so it makes them healthier. Plus, it curls them without a lash curler. It looks amazing. It makes any mascara look good on top. I mean, this mascara from Flower Beauty is really great, but coupled with this, it is insane. I don't need falsies. Speaking of Flower Beauty, this highlighter palette is a must-have. I don't know how much this costs. I imagine not that much. If you love blinding highlighters and multiple shades of them, this is a must-have. NYX Duck Plump Lip Plumper is not as plumping as some of my other favorite lip plumpers, but this specific shade, Nude Swings, is a favorite of mine and I will keep it forever. And I don't care what kind of formula they come out with, as long as it's this shade, I will keep on repurchasing it just because it is like my perfect nude. And last but not least, Disco Crush eyeshadow from Too Faced, which was released in a very tiny batch, probably for a reason. They're probably testing to see how well this will do. I have a feeling this will do really well if they come out with a larger batch and of course with more shades. But this is the best eyeshadow formula I have ever tried from Too Faced. It is gorgeous on the lids. It is so on trend. It is on brand for Too Faced as well. And it's about time that they give us some on brand eyeshadow formulas, if you know what I mean, because Too Faced is a great brand, but their eyeshadows have just not been that great. This one, however, is different. This one is great, and I will put my seal of approval on that one. And that is my video, you guys. Very long, talking a lot, but I hope you appreciate it, and definitely let me know if you have any questions. Definitely let me know if you want to see me review some of these other products that I showed that I didn't touch in today's video. Comment below, let your voice be heard as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I'm zooming on out. Check out more videos, and I will see you later. Deuces!